Chow Show is a podcast featuring several adults with nothing better to do on a Saturday night. Content warnings can be found in the episode description below.
Adam, that's editing this episode, put in like Mission Impossible-esque planning music underneath this. All right, so here's the deal. All four of us, we go into the bank. We all have masks on, suits. We're looking dapper. We're making negotiations. Everything's going to plan. Beard's our guy. He's got the drills. He's getting all the money out. Code's been cracked and it's time to leave. We hand over the hostage and we get in a mediocre vehicle so they don't give us any crazy cars to chase us with. We drive for a couple of laps around the city, make everything seem all whatever. Everything's cozy, casual. The cops are kind of getting sunken in their seat. They're nice and casual, chasing us around. Now, we pull in at the bottom of Maze Bank. We go up the elevator. This is where we pull out some parachutes that were in the glove box or the trunk of the car. And then go up the elevator. Parachutes at the ready. We all look at each other. We give a subtle nod. We all know where we're going. We're going to the roof of the Rockford Plaza. We parachute down to the north. Cops are bewildered while they watch us fly away in the distance, trying to give out call outs for the other cops to come get us. We land on the roof of the Rockford Plaza, and what's been waiting there? 4 dirt bikes that we had planned sitting on the roof of the building. One man goes north, one man goes west, the other south, and the other east. We split up and reconvene at a later date and count up the loot.
Skirt.
It's literally the first thing that was said the minute I hit start recording. Just blurting out skirt. What is up, guys and gals and non-binary pals? Welcome to Show, a show about nothing. Definitely didn't rip that from any Hall of Fame Mount Rushmore levels sitcoms from way back yonder. Joined today by our boy Beard. Definitely not friends.
I know exactly. I know what it's from. I know what it's from.
And of course, we're joined by our boy PK.
Hello.
Guys, I have bad news about the pizza count.
Oh no.
What's that?
I have 2 bad things about the pizza count. One, more specifically for Beard, you tried and you've only claimed second place.
I couldn't eat any more pizza. I couldn't. I swear to God, I was like, I can't.
You kept putting in like odd numbers of slices, and like you're just like, got another pizza. Oh, we had one for lunch. You kept putting it in. We were tied for first until I ordered, and I'm taking this on the chin a little bit too. I ordered a New York style pizza from Domino's, it's the same diameter of pizza that they would have cut into 8 slices, but it's just thin crust and cut into 6. So the slices are like the size of your face.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
With 6, I have put myself back up in the first place with 22 slices over the last 13 days. You're sitting at 21 slices.
Oh.
PK at 10, Junkie at 8.
Here's the thing. The pizza I ordered the night before, there was 4 slices left.
Oh, wait,
I ate 4 the night. So I ate 4, but then my dad came and visited me.
Hang on. Did you just put in plus 8?
I did.
I
did. I may have had one to myself tonight.
Nice.
Okay.
So I get this pizza, right? Ordered mine. I'm eating it. I eat half of it. I'm like, he'll the other half tomorrow lunch. It's perfect. My dad's like, I'm coming over. I'll bring you the pizza you like. I'm like, oh, right. Because he wanted to bring it over for my birthday. So I get that pizza. It's the one I posted. That's like my favorite pizza. Like straight up. Like anytime he offers to bring me that, I 100% always say yes to it. So I lost out on 4 slices because they went bad. But dude, I don't think I want to eat pizza for a week.
The thing is, like, I'm starting to get pizzaed out. I think this was like what was like I predicted too with the pizza count was that there was going to be this bum rush of like, oh, I got to get on the board. Let me put in my pizza slices. Let me get in the pizza count. And then it's going to level off to where it's just us putting in our pizza slices like as like we would normally consume pizza after that for the rest of the year. Until like maybe like halfway through the year we'll add some steaks or something like that for like whoever is top 3, because there's still people like there's about to be another person who's going to start submitting their pizza slices, and more people that are that have like access to the channel are finding out about it. So there will be more of us in the count. So I'm thinking like at the 6-month mark, we'll raise the stakes. We'll figure out something for the top 3 pizza eaters. But on average, Beard, you and I have had 2 slices a day every day since we started the pizza counts. I'm glad
And
we
if I
did
did,
pizza because that's definitely a food I could just leave behind. Like that's something I could just like not have for a while.
we could
But
do it
if
like every 4 months too, and just change it up.
what I was getting at is like if this was like a taco count, this would break my heart because I would get tacoed out and I just wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to have any more tacos. I'd just be like, I can't look at a taco the same. Not after the great 2026 taco count.
The great count of tacos have fucking ruined my life.
You could always shorten it to half a year. I think that's good. I think if you do it to 3 months, it's just going to be people wanting to race the entire time.
Yeah, I could do 6 months and then like change it up and do something different.
Yeah. I've been meaning to ask chat what their pizza counts have looked like, and I just keep forgetting to ask. I'm wondering if there's anyone else out there like keeping track that listens in every week. I know there's a
Like,
few.
I got 40 fucking slices in the gullet.
Oh, I did think about this today though, because I'll fold this in at the end of what I'm going to say. Because the second thing about bad news about the pizza count is that the pizza count tried to fucking kill me tonight.
Oh no.
So last pizza I ate, one of the pepperonis like a part of the pizza just wasn't like structurally like secure. It made like a
Oh yeah.
trough between the grates, and some cheese and some pepperoni fell into the bottom of my oven.
Oh.
I forgot to clean that out because it was just
Oh
a
no.
burnt crisp. It would have been easy. But
Mhm.
I go to preheat the oven tonight to make pizza rolls. And I smell a weird smell, and I look out into the hall. I walk out and I look down towards my kitchen, and my oven's just fucking billowing smoke. like like a minute later, my smoke detector started going off like crazy. I turn on every fan, every vent. I turn the AC on to start filtering all the air throughout the apartment. I open up all my windows, and it's like 0 degrees Celsius out right now. I'm just trying to fucking clear it. My apartment smells like a fire. It's it doesn't smell good. It's bad. If I close my windows, I'll probably start getting like a bad headache or something. But
Oof.
Not good.
kind of following up with speaking of pizza rolls. Do we want to count pizza rolls on like a pennies to the dollar for the pizza count?
How many pizza rolls equals a pizza?
Like how many pizza rolls equal a pizza slice?
10.
10? You think 10 pizza cents
Probably,
makes a pizza dollar?
probably based off like the calorie intake and like.
Considering like how small they are, yeah, I would say 10 makes a slice.
Okay,
I was thinking
I got one
more.
then. What about pizza pops or like a hot pocket? It's like
Ooh.
it's like a portable pizza.
I feel like that's just a slice folded in on itself. If anything, a pizza like a hot pocket is just a miniature calzone
Yeah.
Yeah.
with
We have
seams
I have
for
pizza.
everything to fucking burst out of the sides of.
Yeah, I have a thing called a pizza pop in my freezer, which is literally just like a calzone. Like,
Yeah.
My thing with, and I guess this goes for pizza rolls too, is like a pizza slice is a pizza slice, right? It has the shape, it has the layers, it is marketed as a pizza. Whereas like a pizza roll, sometimes them shits just got, well, I guess those are actually all pizza flavors too. There isn't really like an outlandish like pizza roll, but Hot Pockets, they're coming for you when they're trying to do like ham and cheese and Philly cheesesteak and all this. I'm like, that's not a pizza.
that's true. That's a
There's a
sandwich.
pizza Hot Pocket, and then there were other Hot Pockets. It's like when you see Uncrustables, but you see the Nutella ones, you're like, that's not breakfast. Like that is not a peanut butter and jelly
That is
sandwich.
lunch or dessert.
That is literally bread and hazelnut. Like that is all that is. Like you're getting too technical with the pizza rolls, chat says. That's why I wanted to construct them as pizza cents to the pizza dollar.
Yeah, you gotta like really you gotta put your time and effort in before it's like an actual piece of pizza.
I was like, what if it was exactly like cents to a dollar? Like, what if it was like 100 pizza rolls for a slice?
That's a lot.
So much. But maybe I'm thinking of like more pizza rolls because the last slice of pizza I had were literally the size of like my face. So I'm like, I feel like 15 or 20.
Mm.
Or we could just abandon it altogether. I don't know. But yeah, the pizza count in my quest to contribute to the leaderboard of pizza slices it's trying to fucking kill me.
It's the
You
worst
guys
thing
air
in life,
fry
man.
pizza slices?
I've done it a couple times.
Is that good? Does that work?
Yes and no. It kind of does what you're looking for, but at the same
Right.
time, I don't know. I've seen people the way they do pizza, like reheating. It's like in a pan with a little
Mhm.
bit of water, so it gets some moisture in there,
Yep.
and like you're kind of pan frying it a little bit
Yeah, like it
with a
actually
little bit of
like
water.
it actually like re-crisps it rather than
Yeah.
like when you put it in a microwave for like X amount of time and it just comes out all like soggy and floppy, you know?
Also, I'll just throw it in the fucking microwave if I got it, dude. Sometimes it's kind of good that way. I kind of
Right.
want some shit pizza sometimes. I'm like, fuck it, I'll do it.
Honestly, I love cold pizza with a glass of milk.
Cold pizza rules. I don't know about glass of milk.
The
I can
milk
That's
see the
part,
just me.
vision. I can see the vision.
That's just me.
I can see
cold
the
pizza's
vision
good.
because like I fucking love milk. I think milk is like insanely refreshing. Uh I, I feel like there's only like extremes to that spectrum. I don't think there's anybody that's like take it or leave it with milk. There are people that are either like beer mommy hatred cheese levels, or there are people that
Yeah.
absolutely love it. Milk rules. Milk rules for like $2 a gallon. Anything
Oh,
more than that,
Dual rules, man, or
oh,
Doyle, or
Doyle
whatever.
rules.
Oh,
Doyle rules, man. Oh,
Dude,
Doyle rules.
I've been getting nothing but Adam Sandler clips on my TikTok lately. It's been like bad. I've watched like the last like 5 like Adam Sandler movies out of order, out of sequence as far as films go. 10 seconds at a time on my phone.
Like, what are we getting tonight? Is it Mr. Deeds or is it Happy Gilmore?
I mean, remember when around, I don't know if you guys got it too, but around Christmas time it was always what's the animated one? What's the
Oh,
animated
Oh,
movie?
Eight
Eight
Crazy
Crazy
Nights?
Nights.
Yeah, it was
I
like
love that movie.
it was just a bunch of those clips.
Good movie, man.
I love Eight Crazy Nights. Bum bitty 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 bum bum.
Dude,
I
Adam
think it
Sandler
was
movies are just fucking goated, man.
The
they're
guy who
good.
plays Whitey, or like when he does Whitey's voice, it's a testicle foul. Like it's so good, bro. My voice, bro. Like I don't have a lot of energy right now because my voice is just absolutely shot. I literally did the voice that I did at the start of last week's episode with the
Yeah.
hot dog, and did that as like the no character.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm just like, Vinny, it's me, you no. And he's like, I like my voice is fucking shot, man. Like I like literally like the first thing I hear that he's at prison, I'm like, are you giving conjugal? He's like, no. He's like, no, I'm not. I'm like, remember what I said about conjugals? And he's just like, don't do them by yourself. And I said, and I'm just like, you don't do them for free. And I show up and I'm like in like a fucking like robe cardigan kind of bullshit looking thing with a cane and like Harold's current haircut. And I'm just like, dude, this is going to be too funny. And
Dude,
then, yeah.
that hot dog bit from last week is it's one of my favorite things I've ever put into an episode on here. I went back to it so many times just to listen to the first like 30 seconds of the episode because it's just so funny. It's so funny to
The
go straight
music
from the
just,
content warning into the music and then
yeah, the music just works,
it's so good. It's so good. I want to do more of those. I was like, what if I could wrap up everything we talk about on show into like the bit for the intro and go
Mhm.
like hard as hell on audio editing and all of that stuff. Like, I wonder if I could pull that off. I had that thought today and I put it up on Twitter and I was just like, you know what, guys? I think I don't have enough creative outlets. Or maybe I just need to learn how to pump the brakes on my like imagination. I don't know, dude.
You can only
Ah,
go so far.
yeah. Yeah. I'm chipping away at my ever long list of stuff to do. Dude, setting up a Patreon is a pain in the ass, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't imagine.
Because I
I,
got
I
that
could.
set up
Signing up for
for,
just to join someone's Patreon is a pain in the ass sometimes.
dude, I set it up for Booksmart because I had everything ready for that. I still don't know what the model would look like for show, but like, so I set it up for show or for Booksmart. I recorded Friday's episode. I was like, sweet, let's go ahead and get this uploaded on Patreon. I'm like, it'll be the first thing when people go on the page. I hit publish page and they're like, all right, sweet. We're going to review the account now with our trusted safety team and we'll let you know when it's live. I'm like, okay, wait a little bit, wait an hour, wait 2 hours. Like, what is going on? I look it up and the average time for page approvals is 3 to 4 business days.
Oh God.
Oh.
And then I look today and they said they need to verify my identity. So then I have to scan a QR code with my phone and I'm sending them pictures of my driver's license. They're doing the thing where they're like, center your face on the screen, turn slightly to the left, turn slightly to the right. That didn't work. Maybe try without your glasses. Look at the center of the screen. And I'm doing all this. I'm like, dude, oh my God. And it finally got set up. But then I was just kind of in a spot where I was already streaming for the day and I wanted to try and like upload the episode early. And I was like, dude, this is too much right now. It's too much. I have too much on my freaking mind.
I remember when I had to do something like that for my dad last year when he wanted to go to England and Spain for like a month. I had to like get him all set up on like a special thing, like just because he was going overseas to like Europe and stuff and like England. And I was just like, so like, this is what I got to do for like you to be able to do this. He's like, yeah, it's just like, you have to take this many pictures, all that stuff. Like, it's just,
Really?
yeah. Because I guess it's like,
You don't just like have a passport and just go.
Well, it's like, you know, because obviously like we're Canadian citizens, right? But like, you know, he was born in England. Like he could have like dual citizenship if he wanted to, but I mean, he only lived there for so long. But like, I mean, just to go over to England or just the UK in general, and like I guess they require like certain things that like you need to do, which gets added like to like the passport that you have, because you know how like on passports they have that thing that's like I guess a digital imprint,
yeah,
or whatever. Yeah. Like that's essentially like what it is. It adds it to that digital imprint of the passport.
I have to renew my passport. Mine expired last year. I had a 10-year passport that expired.
I think mine expires in like 3 years. I have to renew it. I got mine in 2019 when I went to TwitchCon for the first time.
I gotta do it. I gotta do that, and I have to get the in the States we swapped to something called a real ID for all of our driver's licenses and all of that stuff. And I've been kind of flying by the seat of my pants because I'm allowed to fly domestically with an expired passport up to 2 years if I don't have a real ID. But every time I go, like, I remember that I have to go get a new driver's license. It's like within like 2 days of me having to fly out anyways, and they don't print it out on the spot. They send it to you by mail.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't get it in time. I'm like, motherfucker. And then it's also, I also have to change my address. I have an old address on my driver's license. So they're telling me, okay, bring 2 pieces of mail, blah, 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 blah. Like, okay, I brought some mail. Does this work? And I'm like, not those. No, these don't work. I'm like, dude, nobody gets mail anymore. Nobody gets like
the only mail you get are like bills from the government. You're like, I'm not paying this.
Yeah,
dude,
I keep getting bills from the government still.
I can not check my mail for a month and be a-okay, because anything important that's happening is either showing up on an app for like my bills or a website portal where I pay my bills, or it's just going to my email.
Oh yeah, because I mean everything's like they give you the option to do everything digital now, right? And
like and doing everything paperless. That's the big buzzword for that. It's paperless.
Yeah, it's like go paperless. And I'm over here just like, you could send like, I mean, even when I lived in my apartment, like, you know, I wouldn't check my mailbox for like a month. I'd go down and it's just filled with nothing but flyers.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't care.
The only thing I like getting in the mail are fucking coupons, man. Coupons for like food and like getting that kind of pizzas. Yeah, hey Domino's. You know,
why can't I show up with that fucking coupon book they keep mailing me that I never signed up for? Why can't I be like, see, I do fucking live here.
I got mail. It's my McDonald's coupons, you little bitch.
This is how I prove I'm a resident of this county. Everybody gets this shit in this county. Here, boom.
You see, this is a 2-for-1 nugget meal. Yeah, you know, you fucking freak.
Oh, you need two. You need two proofs of mailing address. I got 10 of these fucking coupons for you here. Look at them.
Here's my McDonald's and here's my KFC one. Now what's up?
I need to become a. If there's like an annoying hobby I'm gonna pick up, I think it's gonna become like a coupon guru. I'm gonna be like one of these dudes that rolls up to the grocery store and I'm just like handing them these like little like raffle tickets. And I'm just like, oh, that's actually 2 for 1. I get $1 off of that. If I buy 3, I get $1 off. Here's this, and then I'm just like flipping it. I'm fanning them out like a magician.
You're licking
with
your
a deck of
finger?
cards.
You're licking your finger to like pull them out of the little sleeve. You're like, hold on a second.
Like, I'm basically a guy at a strip club, but at a fucking Walgreens.
Yo, these are my breasts. I love it here.
Speaking of like, food places and stuff like that, did you guys see that there was like a post or like Wendy's and like Pizza Hut were hiring somebody for like a year as a job just to taste test like food for like an X salary or whatever?
Dude, I know exactly what you're talking about because I posted about it in our Discord. Or I posted a similar thing in our Discord about Pizza Hut is hiring a crust connoisseur to eat their pizza for a whole year to celebrate Pi Day.
Mm-hmm.
I would absolutely fuck up this pizza count if I got hired for this job.
I think you'd have to be disqualified at that point.
Disqualified.
You're like, you gotta be a referee.
Well, like they had one for Wendy's as well. And it was like taste test like new. It's like taste test like new items, and like the base salary, and like they told you what like the base salary was. I think it was like base salary was 45,000 Canadian, which like
it's 100K US. 100K US for Wendy's.
I would do that shit in a heartbeat.
45K Canadian is like nothing. Is like shitty. 45K Canadian, like before like after taxes, you're making like.
Yeah, but you do that while you stream.
33K.
You do it as a full-time streamer. It's a perfect combo.
Oh yeah, no. If you're doing streaming and that as like 2 jobs, and like 100%.
I just gotta start. I'd have to get a gym membership fully, and I have to work out like every day. make sure the shit I'm intaking is not like killing my soul.
I would be like making sure I'd be walking every day.
Yeah,
for like however long.
Well, if I learned anything from anybody who says that they work out, all you have to tell everybody is that you're bulking right now, and they'll buy it.
Oh yeah, I'm perma bulking.
I'm just bulking for the year.
You think that would work on a 300-pound person?
Yes. Just like
bulking,
just like the Mac from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You're cultivating mass to chisel yourself down like the statue of David. That's all you're doing. You gotta get mass in order to work your way down.
So you're telling me if someone like, I don't know, let's say it was Fat Bastard as an example.
Yeah.
Walked in and he's like, yeah, I'm just eating the fucking Wendy's because I'm trying to get myself chiseled like the statue of David. And he just comes in, he's just and everybody's like, yeah.
You see him at the end of Goldmember? Come on, man, this shit works.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. We did see him at the end of Goldmember. And his chin literally looked like a vagina.
Yep.
You know what?
No words of Mike Myers. Looks like a vagina. I
went on a Subway diet like Jared. Now my chin looks like a vagina.
He's fucking stretching it.
I got some excess skin, and I'm just like, like that's just fucking horrible.
I didn't realize that all those characters were played by Mike Myers until I was like an embarrassing age.
Yeah, but you know what though? That's
like
expected.
16 or 17.
But that's expected when you're a kid, man. Like we don't know these things until we realize, oh my god, he played all those characters just like.
I mean, that's kind of the joke,
like Eddie Murphy. Yeah, I know, but just like Eddie Murphy played all the characters in the Nutty Professor except for like a few,
Mm-hmm. I was like, wait a fucking second. I thought they were all different people this whole time.
But I found out that like Mike Myers played Dr. Evil and I think Fat Bastard. And then when Goldmember came out, I knew around then, I'm like, is he gonna play Goldmember too? And then he pops out from behind the thing, you're like, yep, it's him.
It's him.
Yep.
Those movies were good for their time.
Those were good.
I agree. And then he did Love Guru.
I fucking loved Love Guru.
I did too.
I thought it was great. That's like on my like rewatch list.
I love
need to
Love
see that
Guru as well,
again.
man. I like that instead of saying namaste, he said Marushka Hargitay, who's literally who's literally a person. And he's like Marushka Hargitay, Marushka Hargitay. And then go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just a movie like that I incredibly love, and I don't know how much people love it. It's Grandma's Boy.
Grandma's Boy. Yeah,
With
with what's his
People
name
love hate
from
that movie.
With Nick Swartzen and like I forget what his name is, but he's like Alan Covert, which is like Sandler's buddy.
Yeah,
and they're making the video game. That shit was so funny.
Nick Swartzen, Peter Dante, Jonah Hill. Like there were a lot of good names in that movie.
Linda Cardellini was in it.
Yeah.
You ever see interviews of Nick Swartzen talking about that movie?
No.
Yes, I know why I brought that up because I literally just saw it on my TikTok come up like half an hour ago, dude. He was talking about like he had to be kicked off set because he was laughing so much. He made people break like during like scenes he wasn't even in. And he's like,
they
yeah,
were also talking about like he'd be like, oh yeah, there was a lot of promises. They're like, this is gonna be a huge hit movie.
Oh yeah,
jettison your career, and it just didn't fucking go anywhere.
Well, that's on like
something
Nick
to
Swartzen.
laugh about now. It's something to laugh about now.
Yeah, that's something like on Nick Swartzen where he's like kind of a mediocre like actor / comedian.
Well, he always played like these all-star side characters like really well. Like didn't he play the guy that's afraid of the sun and Benchwarmers?
Benchwarmers, yeah. And
then I mean he has his characters in Grown Ups. And before that even he always had like
he's better as a supporting actor.
Really good supporting actor.
He was good in what's the movie? It was another I think it's like Just Go With It with Jennifer Aniston. And it's like he's the plastic surgeon, and then like he goes to like a party full of people who he's done plastic surgery to, and then the guy's like face is like so frozen from Novocaine that like he's like and he's like, is that a fucking car alarm? What was that? it's just I think he's just a really good supporting actor, but not like an actually like great actor.
I think he's good as like a B-side character, less than like a supporting actor, because he's never like you're never like applauding him because he's propping up other people to be funny. Like I always feel like the quintessential like Nick Swartzen joke in those movies is like pointing out like a character trait that he has to the audience or like kind of poking fun at him. But I never found that stuff to be as funny as Nick Swartzen just doing shit. Yeah. So I always felt like he's great at just kind of being there and being like the guy that kind of like breaks up like a scene or something like that, or like just re-grabs your attention. I don't know. I would have to rewatch Grandma's Boy, to be honest with you.
Hey, Grandma's Boy is
I mean it's good.
Bangers.
It's been a long time since I've seen it.
You got the robot guy where he thinks he's got like robot legs would be cool, and then they're just like, you're a fucking idiot. Like just like I forget what the other one was. There's one with David Spade. It's like when he was like the child star, like Dickie.
Oh my god, Bucky Larson.
No, not Bucky Larson. That's Nick Swartzen. There's like it's like I forget what it is, but like David Spade plays a child star, right? And he's trying to make a comeback. And I think he's living with like a family to kind of like realize what it was to be a kid again. Because his entire child,
Dickie Roberts.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, so he's like living with this random family to like get his childhood back. It was the wildest movie. Like, who thinks of this shit?
What does this movie make? Let me see. Let's see. What does IMDb say about this movie? 5.6 out of 10 out of 16,000 ratings.
So it's just above average.
Just above average. There's a solid like when it because it shows like a bar graph of like all the different like 1, 2, 3, 4 like all the way through 10 reviews. There's like a solid like regular hump where it's like most people are like 5 out of 6, and then there's like a good chunk of people who are like, yo, this movie fucking rules. And like the 10-star rating is like just like huge hump, trying to outweigh the 1 stars. Wonder what this. Did this movie go to theaters? I've never heard of this movie.
Probably did.
I feel like it might have.
I'm sure it did.
I wonder.
It was like an old one that came out a long time ago. Pretty good though.
I mean, it's
It's
The
good for one
more
of those
like this
shitty like
section is
comedy movies.
definitely all of those like bench warmers,
Yeah.
Joe Dirt.
Joe Dirt. I love that
Yeah,
movie so much. I love that movie.
yeah, Joe Dirt's good. Joe Dirt's great. I feel like you could have
Oh,
stopped at Joe Dirt.
you did not need Joe Dirt too. Two Dirt, two Joe.
No, you Two Dirt, Two Joe. I mean, that's definitely a franchise. You don't need, what is it, like 12 movies?
Yeah.
You're competing with Marvel. You're competing with the fucking Avengers.
the Joe
They
Dirt
are
cinematic
Avengers. They go
universe.
to like space and shit. Like some of them have like super strength. I mean, it's Fast and the Furious has gone crazy. And I haven't seen all of them. I remember I watched the first and the second one because they were on HBO, and then like 2 or 3 weeks later, either not, I think it was Fast 9 came out, and me and my roommates went to go see it. They didn't know that I hadn't watched any other Fast and Furious movie up until this point. So as soon as the movie ends, I'm like, I'm gonna be so real with you guys. This is a huge step from Too Fast, Too Furious. This is fucking crazy.
Dude, it got like
some stuff.
It got like progressively crazier. Like maybe Fast 4, like when they kind of like quote unquote like rebooted the universe and brought back like Paul Walker and Vin Diesel. That's a pretty decent one. It kind of lines up with the rest of them, where it's like it's racing, but there's a little bit of a heist element to it. But then it gets into like working for the CIA, and then the Rock's hunting them down, and they're in Brazil. Then they're robbing a cartel guy in Brazil. You're like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
right. I mean, are any of them racing movies, or are they all just basically heist movies? Because the first one's definitely a heist movie.
It's race with heist, but it's like a little bit of both. Second one is
the second one and Tokyo Drift are like definitely
Tokyo
like
Drift is a race movie.
Yeah, Tokyo Drift is definitely a racing movie.
Too Fast, Too Furious is like the same as one. Like they're working for
that one's a heisty kind of
FBI, right? They're working for the FBI, but they're like using their racer skills to get through. 4 is kind of the same as a giant race that leads into like getting a job for a guy, which is a pretty good race. And then after that, it's not racing anymore. Like after 4,
my thing is, like I feel like if they were just straight up racing movies, there wouldn't be 12 of them, right? Like it's like for the same reason that like Marvel wouldn't be able to continue to pull it off if they all were just straight up like quote unquote like superhero films, right? Where there's just like, hey, look, it's an egregiously like evil guy who's like evil for the sake of being evil. Let's go punch him in the face until it's over. But it's like how like the Captain America movies are like spy thriller like esque, or like the Iron Man movies have a bit of different like undertones and genres throughout them, right? It's like it's the same thing with Fast and Furious, where they're like heisty thriller kind of movies, except for maybe like spy thriller with the Hobbs and Shaw stuff. But I don't know.
I think a lot of like the Marvel movies, like the solo ones, where like they're superhero, but like you said, there's the undertone. Like Iron Man was like
films too.
Yeah, Iron Man's like
some of them
former arms dealer, superhero dealing with more arms dealers, and they get like Captain America's really spy espionage, like 2 and 3 more or less. Well,
I think you have origin films, which are different. I think those are standalone on their own. They're like superhero movies, but they're kind of like they follow like the Spider-Man formula of like the like monumentous like expectations. I guess the Miles Morales formula of like monumentous expectations placed on a character who holds himself too short, and it's like overcoming those things, and that's always a great story to watch. I think that's why like the story of Miles Morales works so well in parallel and at the same time as like Peter Parker still being relevant as Spider-Man, because it's similar superheroes, similar overtones, way different undertones. It's telling a different story with similar endings.
Yeah.
I've been on a huge like creative writing kick and like hyper like story analysis kick over the last couple of weeks. So I'm like, this is the shit I'm living for right now. I've been listening to I've been listening to genuinely 40 hours of Dungeons and Dragons podcasts every week at work now.
Damn.
It's good.
I just finished listening to it was like a Fear Itself roleplay, like tabletop, that
Mhm.
Summer did like years ago, and she sent it to me, and I finally just finished it because I'm like, I can't do other things and listen to this podcast. Like, I need to listen to it because it's like some pretty good story beats to it.
Yeah.
Finally was able to finish it, and it was pretty good. Because I'm like, I'm slowly getting into that like realm of tabletop because I just did my first ever like tabletop start of end of last year, and we finished in like November or
Mm,
January or something like that,
okay.
which is really good. I had a lot of fun, but I was also like super nervous and new to it. I was like, okay, hopefully I don't fuck this up. But
I, I've been
it was
itching to play
cool.
Dungeons and Dragons again, but I don't know if I could do that for like a campaign that lasts like years and years and years. I don't know because like I
It's a
think I
lot,
get
dude.
well, I think I get my improv fill through GTA for sure with what we do. And I
Yeah.
feel like if I were to take on a full on campaign that like is seemingly never ending or like semi homebrewed with the ability to continue on after like that initial like arc is over, I feel like I just wouldn't be able to like stretch myself out or lend myself to a character in that regard. But like I'm really like itching to do like some short like 2 or 3 session long like small short things.
Like a couple of like one shots that are a couple episodes.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, and this is also something I was brainstorming for us for supplemental content. Was if we were to pick up, I got to find what it's called again, but it's maybe somebody in chat knows what I'm talking about. There's a guy out there who writes like 1 page long, short like one shots, pretty much. I wanted to like take a look at that and like see if like what we could do with that to see if that would be anything fun or anything like that kind of fills that like that void.
Mhm.
It's good stuff. I don't think I could ever homebrew my own like entire D&D campaign.
I've
I'm not great at story. I'm great at like like narratively like explaining a scene and like explaining like surroundings and uh like what's the word I'm looking for? Like describing environments and things like that, but like world building is just something that's super lost upon me.
yeah. The one we did was like this was season 2, so I got invited into season 2 because the other guy Barry, who plays Wally on No Pixel and stuff, decided to like he didn't want to be a part of the season anymore. I'm like, all right, I'll join in. I don't know what I'm
Mhm.
doing, but I'll join in. Fuck it. And the whole like idea of the world, it's like modern day, but like modern day fantasy with like you have vampires, you have werewolves, you have fairies, you have all these groups that are kind of like hidden. They're known, but they're hidden to like the normal eyes.
Mhm.
And like the whole season like centered around like this crown that was taken, and all these other factions were trying to like get it back for this person. And the way I was just part of it, I was like, this is so cool. Like my character, so you pick a character sheet, so you pick what your race is or like what your like specialty is. So my character was like a demon, right? Was a human that became a demon that worked for
Mhm.
this like other demon chick whose crown got taken. And you're like, okay, this is cool. And then you're like, you know what? You're like, I'm gonna do this next episode, and then you find out what happens, and you're like, fuck that, I ain't doing that. Like I went from like working with this chick. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, I'll be a demon hunter and all that. Ended up killing her in the end. So like the rival, the way our
Mm.
characters worked is there's my character, and then there's the rival who's also the same kind of like style. And we made it so they went against each other a lot, like butt heads. And then they eventually started working together to kill their boss to be free of their contract. I was like, I never expected that in the first episode. Like, I wanted to roleplay like I hated this bitch. Like, fuck her. Like, like fuck
The
you, man. But like, they're not really cool. And like, that Summer was always like, hey, use the meta you know. Like, use some soft meta. Like, if you know someone like OOC, like or above the table, we say like, if you know this person might have this info, ask questions that'll pry it. Don't play stupid. Like, okay. And like, how to get away from the GTA mindset of like, if you know it, you kind of gotta like wait for someone to bring it up.
yeah.
So it was really cool. It was I'm excited. Season 3 is gonna start probably in like a month or so, I hope.
Mhm.
Um,
Okay.
and this is like we can either bring back our character or start a new one, but you cannot change after this. Like you have to either be this character for the final seasons. To be like 5 seasons is the idea. But like Summer's like, I want your characters to be overpowered. I want them to have like all the abilities and just fucking run through these enemies and like be stupid powerful. So when the series ends, they're like the end all be all characters. I'm like, cool. I fuck with it.
Yeah, that's what's up. I know my chat's tired of me giving this podcast praise, but I finished the first campaign of Dungeons and Daddies the other week, and
yeah?
it's literally they start off every episode by saying it's not a BDSM podcast. I swear to God, but it's good. No, the dungeon master is Anthony Birch. He's the guy who wrote Borderlands 2.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I know him.
The synopsis is that it's the first campaign is about 4 dads who are flung into the Forgotten Realms on a quest to find their lost sons. It's really cool because it's based on like the conversation started around like, what if dads were like D&D archetypes? Like you have like the cover band dad, you have the soccer coach dad, you have the stay-at-home dad, and like what their like skills and abilities would be. And they created a whole like universe with all this stuff. The first campaign was like, I want to say like 70-ish, 72-ish episodes. It's fantastic. If you don't have anything you're listening to now, other than this podcast, which by the way, listen to this podcast. Thank you for doing that. Fill out the rest of your week with that because it's so fucking good. The storytelling's really good. Like that shit has made me cry. For as silly as it is often.
Have you seen any of Ted season 2 or any clips of it?
I've been seeing clips of it.
There's a whole clip, like a whole episode where they play
Dungeons and Dragons. I know what you're talking about.
Dude, that shit was so funny.
Goes, I attack you. Like,
yeah, he goes, what? Yeah. And he's like,
I attack God.
Like, yeah, attack God. Rolls it. He's like, I got a 1. Is it good? He's like, nah, no. Like, no. Like, sounded so evil.
The guy who plays the dungeon master there is Brendan Lee Mulligan. Who's the guy from
Critical Role.
Yeah, he's on Critical Role now. He was on that game show on Dropout. He has another thing that he does. He does a lot of stuff. He's
the current DM for Critical Role right now because I think
so too.
Mercer's playing this season.
Yeah,
Dimension 20.
But yeah, man,
it was cool, man. I was like getting into like that world where because I jumped into roleplay with GTA, so I like you never had like the tabletop experience or like all that like come together and you work with other people in a small group. So it's just been like super improv in roleplay, and GTA is great and all, but like
I've been rolling dice out of character for stuff in GTA lately.
I want to buy some dice now because of it, just to have them. Like,
dude, get some dice.
Like, just get yourself
a bunch of dice.
A cool set that you can like this is mine.
Let me go to Amazon.Canada right now and see what you can get.
I know exactly.
I don't know what I should look up. Dungeons.
Search up like D&D dice, and it'll give you like a set.
Oh, and also if the brilliant writing behind Borderlands 2 wasn't enough to sell you on that podcast, the rest of the people playing in it are all the writers from Video Game High School.
Oh shit.
Oh, okay.
So it's fucking funny. It's
the good old rocket jump days that I truly miss.
Yeah. It's Freddie Wong, Will Campos, and Matthew Arnold, and then another person, Beth May. She's good. She didn't do anything in Video Game High School, but she's fucking hilarious.
I found some dice.
You found some dice? Are you gonna buy it right now?
I might buy them right now. They'll be delivered by the 18th. I'm looking at them. You want to know what kind of style of dice I'm looking at?
Yes.
I'm looking at
shit.
I'm looking at a Witcher set right now. This shit looks cool as shit. Hold on. This is like a Geralt set. Because I want something that's like super unique and different. And dude. Okay, I almost put this in the wrong Discord. Oops.
My bad, guys. Just posting some dice.
I have like the Talk Shock Show Discord, and then like I'm in one called it's like Babeology's Discord. Yeah, it's like Babeology's Discord, but they're both photos are like pinkish, so they're like right on top of each other.
Oh, that's
Oh
cool. I
yeah.
like
These are
those.
kind of cool, but like there's different sets. This is Geralt. There's like a Yennefer one,
Mm-hmm.
um, which is more here. I'll take a photo of these. These, ooh, actually, I might go with these. These are cooler. They're like green, like emerald. Look at this set. Like those look trippy.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. I want to get some
Yeah,
like
like a
resin dice that have like an object in the middle of them. I want to see if I can't find that. I'm bummed
there's
out because it doesn't look like they're selling it anymore.
I think I prefer the white ones over the.
hold on. I'm sure you these ones. This is the
Why
last set
not
I
get
looked at.
both?
I don't want to spend the money on them.
Ooh.
That's expensive. That's like be like $100. I ain't got $100 to spend right now.
Yeah.
But those look
Dude,
really nice. Those are obsidian dice. How much are these?
one thing that I wish I could do in roleplay is I wish I could play a character who has like who would be allowed to like trick people into drawing from the deck of many things and shit happens in server. I wish I could like make that happen on some sort of like insane scale. Like, but that is so fucking like otherworldly and supernatural and all that other shit. So it's like I know like that's not flying anywhere. I mean, oh my god! Imagine if I like could trick somebody through like a series of like I don't know, like deceptive kind of like things or conversations, and I get them to pull a card out of this, and it teleports them to the very center of the like the salt flats. So it makes it vanish before people's
I'll
eyes.
be
And
honest
shit.
with you. You might be able to like cook a jam up for that and present it to like Miles and
Yeah,
like
I
the
think
snap, and
I
they
think
might
it's
be able to
something that'd
like
be better for a jam for sure.
that would be
Oh,
really
I think
cool
it'd be fun.
they might be like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it, and you could like help facilitate a jam that way.
I think it'd be really fun to like for an RP jam. I think it'd be really fun if you could limit it to like 6 people, 6 participants, and 1 dungeon master, where you do sit down to play Dungeons and Dragons, and through strange happenings, like things start happening to them, like in character.
I mean, to be fair, Miles has talked about doing smaller RP jams before.
I think it'd be
That'd be
fantastic.
that'd
I
be
think
I
it'd be
cool
mean,
as
fun.
shit.
I mean, they did a 25-person one, but like, not even like all the slots got filled.
Yeah, I think I did one that was kind of small too for Halloween last year with the campsite and the slasher film tropes and all that stuff. My guy
Yeah.
survived.
I think you'll get like certain jams where everybody's like into it, right? Like the water world one. That probably had quite a few, and then like the snow one was really cool because some of the jams kind of build into like the real world. Like so I think I was talking to Miles about it, or it might have been Malin too. But like they weren't supposed to go to that world. Like Carla and Ashford weren't supposed to go to that world. But the way the role play went with like going into EMT and then having to go find Harold, they teleported them there and they were stuck there for a week because Harold's whole thing was he was coming back following that jam. He would came back to the portal with whoever else made it through. I was like, little things like that's cool because it adds like a weird like otherworldly dimension to like what we already got going on.
Yeah.
Like the whole anti-truth stuff. Was it a simulation? Was it like us just being tripped out? Like sometimes doesn't make sense. Like the first one, I was like,
Well, here's my thing is like a storyteller in that regard though, is that if you keep it vague long enough, like it's easier for you to arrive on absolutes that make the most sense instead of like forcing them, right? And like presenting them. Because right now, people can kind of run with whatever narrative they want. And from those like narratives, like you could have like 3 different like branches of storytelling going originating from one thing. And whichever one makes the least sense, you can start to kind of taper off where they start like stop finding clues, or the things stop adding up after a certain point. And the things that do make the most sense, you can lend more role play to, and you can definitely help them run with the narrative. So it's like I understand why it all seems super vague, and I understand how frustrating that is for a lot of people. But at the same time, for something as big as all the anti-truth stuff, has had like 2 like island wide events now in character. It's like you keep those loose ends loose until there's no more end to loosen up. And not to
You know
interrupt
what?
what you're saying, I found a set of dungeon dice that
Yeah.
have rubber duckies in them. So
Oh, there you go. But like also with the anti-truth stuff, not everyone's going to be involved. Like you'll be, yeah, sure, you're involved with the trials, and you can go figure out what you want to do, but not everyone's going to be involved in like the following story from it. Like probably like a handful of people will still be involved. From what I know, I think I've learned some stuff like Coffee told me at Academy, which was really cool. Some ideas like that has happened and what are some of the true stuff. She's like, I'll tell you because you'll never find out in character. But I think you need to hear what this is because it was really cool. Like different, like who the anti-truth was. Like he's from the future technically, but like there's a version of him in the past, and he's got like he's got like the mind of a child or whatever it was because he came back.
yeah.
It was a weird like time shit. I'm like, uh-huh. And also it's like fucking roleplay, man. Like shit doesn't have to feel real all the time. We're in GTA roleplay. Like
Oh yeah.
have
And
these
that's
supernatural things, like minimal supernatural things or time travel happen because like whatever, dude. Like have fun.
well, yeah. I think you have to. I talked about this a lot. I think last year because there was a lot of times where people were kind of bashing their heads against the wall when it came to like role play decisions or just like rules that were being enforced and things like that. I was just like, there are 2 types of people in GTA roleplay. There are the people who have a boner for realism, and then there's a people who have a boner for just having a good time and running with a narrative for a day, and then starting a new one shot the next time they log in. Right. The
Yeah.
people that lean into the realism are always going to be disappointed because they're limited by what GTA 5 can do and what modders can do for GTA 5. The people who are waking up and just seeing what the day presents them and running with it and crying, laughing at some point in the day, they're always going to win. They're always going to have the best time. You should always allow people to have those times. Not to say that, like, okay, well, we should all be able to rent cargo bobs and play a game of wrecking ball in the sky against each other. But it's like, sometimes like you need to not turn around and freak out about getting pit at like 90 miles an hour or something like that. Like sometimes you just have to chalk it up to being like a video game. Or
At
like
the end of the day.
how it's like how people get injured and then they walk right out of the hospital and continue on with their day. Shit like that.
We had a day
Mhm.
where I was supposed to log in and go talk to Bob. It was Hardcast and Bob were going to talk about SWAT. What it turned into was us going on a supernatural adventure for 3 hours. Like, because we were talking about, I said there was something spooky happening. Like, I texted him that. I think it was something, it was like right after Breeze took all the stuff out of the chapel, right? And we found we found a sarcophagus in the middle of the road. Levi pissed on it. I'm like, dude, you're now cursed. Your dick's not going to work. You got to fucking return this back to its home. And then it like escalated to us finding like the weird like portal underneath the Del Perro Pier, which is like a weird like it puts you under the water, but you don't drown.
Mhm.
We pretend like that was the upside down, and then we went up to Gordo and found the ghost. And Bob's like, "Go get a photo with the ghost, so we can prove it's real." So I walked up, then I F8 quit, and like spawned at the I spawned at the hotel and ran to the portal. And during this, I think Sean was in admin mode, like pushing cars around and shit, and Skylar and Bundy were there. And it was just like 3 hours of it. So stupid. I then got a DM from Alex the next day. He goes, we wanted to talk about SWAT. Instead, we did some dumbass supernatural shit for 3 hours. I'm like, you know what, dude? It was fun. It was stupid. Now, like, the portal underneath the pier is like all blocked off. Like, I put like a fence around it and boarding, so we can't go in
Yeah.
there anymore. It's so fucking funny.
It's crazy to me how I just like I love hearing this stuff because I think back to the things I do when I'm in the server. I'm like, I'm basically a beat cop. Like this stuff is I am like the guy who like has a desk job in like the Marvel world where there's like, yeah, there's fucking aliens in the sky, and there's a man who's like in an Iron Man suit and the green boy that goes like smashing buildings and shit. I push papers. I do
You're the one
insurance
that works
claims.
for like Shield. You're like, you're not the one in the field. You're Shield.
Not
You're
even
like,
in Shield. I'm like, I work at State Farm. Like, like I'm an insurance adjuster. Like,
oh, your building got destroyed by aliens. Okay, this is your insurance rates.
Yeah, my aunt turned into dust last October. It was traumatizing. Anyways, so yeah, we were going to talk about that
Ugh.
extension in the back of the house. Right.
You're gonna be like, ugh, your rates are gonna go up with that.
Yeah, like
Like the previous rates had your grandmother in here. We're gonna, deduct taxes. We're gonna go up from there now. You're like, oh,
do you think when everybody undusted, do you think anybody like appeared inside another person?
no, because I think the way they explained it was like when the Hulk snapped them back, he snapped them back into like a position where if they were in compromising positions, they were like safe. So like planes, in the sky, underwater and shit like
It's
that.
like when you crash and while you're in the crash out of the game when you're in the helicopter and you spawn back and
Yeah,
you're just on the ground. Just
that was it.
standing
Yeah,
there.
dude, that was my favorite shit in 3.0. When you crash a helicopter, and you come back, you go, all right, guys, see you later. You just fucking splat.
Start falling.
Yeah, like splat. Dude, that
I
reminds me
want to
today.
go into those moments in like in the Hulk's mind palace when he's like about to snap his fingers. He was like, "All right, bring everybody that was snapped away back." Ooh, wait. Okay, everybody be in a be on the ground where they were, unless they were in an elevator. Put them outside the elevator shaft.
I
Ooh,
think we just had Marvel's
what if
next
somebody
TV
else is
show.
already standing there?
A full season of just like the Hulk going through like
It's like scratching his head. He is like, okay, make everybody. Okay, what if someone was in the middle eating something? Does the food they were chewing come back too? Like, what about, okay, what if they were in the movie theater? What if the seats already occupied? If
dude,
they're
imagine them being
smaller than the person occupying their space they're going to come back to, do they just show up fully inside another person?
so like you're mid bang and you come back and you're just like you're in someone else's bed and you're like, oh fuck.
Okay, what if
I'm
your spouse
sorry.
remarried? What happens to the other people? I guess I'll just have to figure it out. I don't, that's too much. That's too much.
This was today. I'm just gonna share this real quick because we were talking about like falling out of helicopters and all that. If you look at this photo here, can you guess who that individual is falling?
Hang on.
take a
Enhance.
take a look.
Enhance. Who the fuck is that? I don't know.
I'm in Grapeseed today, just driving around. It's just like I think I was there saying bye to Ashford or some shit, and then I see Jimothy Slim. I'm like, what are you doing here? This fucking guy steals a pig and is driving into the city, right? I'm like, put that
This
pig
man
back
stole
right
a
now.
pig.
I'm like, put that pig right back right now. So we chase him all the way down to Mate's Bank. He's like, I'll give you guys the pig back, but I want to go to the roof. We're like, okay, cool. I know he has a parachute. I think he waits up there for cops to show up. So two go up there. Does like a little monologue. He goes to jump. He pulls his chute. He hits the clips the side of the building, and just falls, dude. And I was like, I got a photo of it. It was perfect. Dude just fucking splats. Arabella's there. She falls too. Um, an EMS guy falls as well, and then like one of the cops that were with us, like it was like Olsen or whatever, they tried to get in the helicopter, missed it, fell as well too. So I'm like the only one from the original scene who didn't fall off the fucking roof. Oh, dude, I was dying. I made him clean the grapeseed hanger for 10 minutes. I'm like, you clean this fucking
Dude.
hanger, and you can walk. He had like 100 months of like jail with all his warrants. I'm like, fucking clean this place. I'm like, go clean the outhouse too. He's like, I don't want to. I'm
So
like,
so mad when they held that like big trial on the roof of I think it was Maze Bank Tower.
oh yeah, the
And I
murder
tried to
one?
pick up Yackle and jump off the building with him, and it just wasn't fucking working. I was so pissed. I was so pissed. I was just like, Aaron, shun away, and just jumped off on my own with the parachutes. Fuck. Because I was gonna
We need
take
more-
him, jump
need
off
more
the building,
parachutes in
parachute
Marvel.
with him over my shoulder, and then just drop him midair.
Holy fuck.
I need to do more wackadoodle shit, but I just don't have any money on my crim.
I want to go do a bank robbery where we go to Maze Bank and we jump off the tower, but we go 4 different directions and we all land on bicycles.
You know what we do?
Then we just fucking ride away on bikes.
Holy shit. Heist plan. All right.
Yeah.
Adam that's editing this episode, put in like Mission Impossible-esque planning music underneath this. All right, so here's the deal. All four of us, we go into the bank. We all have masks on, suits. We're looking dapper. We're making negotiations. Everything's going to plan. Beard's our guy. He's got the drills. He's getting all the money out. Code's been cracked and it's time to leave. We hand over the hostage and we get in a mediocre vehicle so they don't give us any crazy cars to chase us with. We drive for a couple of laps around the city make everything seem all whatever. Everything's cozy, casual. The cops are kind of getting sunken in their seat and they're nice and casual, chasing us around. Now, we pull in at the bottom of Maze Bank. We go up the elevator. This is where we pull out some parachutes that were in the glove box or the trunk of the car. And then
Keep going.
go up the elevator. Parachutes at the ready. We all look at each other. We give a subtle nod. We all know where we're going. We're going to the roof of the Rockford Plaza. We parachute down to the north. Cops are bewildered while they watch us fly away in the distance, trying to give out call outs for the other cops to come get us. We land on the roof of the Rockford Plaza, and what's been waiting there? 4 dirt bikes that we had planned sitting on the roof of the building. One man goes north, one man goes west, the other south, and the other east. We split up and reconvene at a later date and count up the loot.
That would be so funny. Like I was just thinking logistically, you have 3 people going to the bank, and you have one sit at the elevator. So when they show up, you hit the group elevator, so we all go up at once. And they go,
oh my God. We take the cops up with us.
Here's the fit. We take the cops up. Here's the fit. Tuxedos. We all wearing tuxedos while we do this. It's very Mission Impossible, James Bond-esque.
It's so good.
What we could do, if we got enough like parachutes, we negotiate with the PD and we gamble with them. And then when they get to like the tower 2, there's a couple in the car for them. And they go, you got to pick who's coming. And then they can like send those people up with us. And we just descend and get away.
Dude, I want elaborate plans. I want to start doing some elaborate plans.
We're cooking it. Even if it's for a store robbery, fuck it. We're cooking it. What if we negotiate a one?
That would be solid.
I think we do that for like whatever, not even just a bank. Just do it for like a fucking store robbery. And they'd be like, what the fuck?
Dude, I really like the idea.
A bank would be funny though.
I really like the idea of using like parachutes or something, but like trying to get up to the fucking like top of Maze Bank Tower.
Oh, we have to put the bikes up there to start. Hold up, too. Fuck.
Yeah, I know, but getting up there is so hard because of the fact that like you also have to worry about the elevator and how much time it takes to get up there. Like you would have to literally get distance just to do it.
Hang on, I need the music again. I need the music again because I need to make an addendum to our plan.
Oh God, hold on.
We could do it. It'd be so funny.
Yeah, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
We get to the Maze Bank Tower and we go up that elevator. The cops follow us with guns in hand, ready to draw. It's the end of the line, fellas. You're not going nowhere. But alas, we all had parachutes. We nod at each other and we jump to the Rockford Plaza. And then we go up to that weird like upper like loopy bit at the Rockford Plaza. And what's down there? A tow truck. What's on the tow truck? A fucking helicopter. We drive the tow truck and the helicopter off in a sick-ass jump towards City Hall. We go blazing past City Hall and all the way out to Del Perro Pier. What do we do as we go down the pier? We detach the helicopter, everybody gets inside, and we fly away.
Dude, I'm thinking as well, too, what if we don't do helicopter, right? We go to the roof, and we're like, fuck, our car's not here, like our escape vehicle. And then we jump, right? We tricked them. But we land on the back of a tow truck with the dirt bikes moving, and we detach as we go, like the trailer.
And who's driving the tow truck? Amber fucking Violet.
The fifth man has been holding her up the whole time.
There's only 3 in the bank, sir. Something's afoot.
Actually, now that I think about it, I just came up with the idea of how you could delay. You get the guy on. You get 3 people in the bank. You get a guy on the outside. The guy on the outside's waiting at the bottom of the Maze Bank Tower with a truck or something that could block the elevator. Y'all drive into the elevator. He blocks the elevator. He gets out the driver's seat door. He locks the car. You guys all go up the elevator. You do the parachutes. Then you go to the Rockford Plaza. Then you get the tow truck. Then you go on the tow truck, and then you escape.
But I wish we get approval for like a 5-man plan, because that would work so good. You have one there.
4.
Yeah, but like
you only need 3 people at the bank.
True. The 4th person would have to be like the tow truck with the bikes.
Yeah.
Or like the helicopter, right? Yeah.
Well, unless you get the 4th person again to like parachute somewhere separate so that they get to that, because they're like, oh, we're not going to follow this guy. We're going to follow these 3. you
That's
know?
true. The fourth person could be at the elevator to pull everyone up. So it's not like an awkward everyone stands there while the elevator's loading,
Mhm.
pulls us all up. We dive. He goes one direction. We go the other three. We all go like, oh fuck, and then he comes. He comes back in
Hang
the tow
on.
truck for us to get onto the tow
I have
truck.
an insane idea. Top floor of Red Garage. Somebody spends all fucking day. I wish this could work. I wish you could park local cars in spaces. Someone spends all fucking day getting blue 4-door sedans that all look similar and parking them on the top floor. And you try and get up there before the cops do, and you hide in your own trunk, and they go up there, boom, 50 cars that all look exactly the same, and you're nowhere to be found.
It's a shell game. They don't know when you're in. That could be I don't know. That could be doable. We could cook some wacky plans.
There was a plan I had in 3.0, like during the HOA times, where like you could do the 6-man, and like one of the plans was like you take your car, you know, you drive straight to the Go Postal docks, you jump off the water, get into a boat, you gain enough distance before the marine boat gets to you. You go through the Vespucci Canal thing, like the tunnel.
Mhm.
And what you do is the person with all the loot jumps out the boat with all the loot with a fucking scuba tank and swims under the other boats as they're coming through. Boom, you're gone.
Dude. Okay. This might be doable, Beard. Because if you work at or are like upper management or you own a parking lot, you can unpark people's cars and move them around.
Oh,
That is
So
true.
So like at the top of like, only because this is what that comes to mind, like Rainbow Garage, right? You start just picking out one by one, like putting down like where all these cars, and it, like if they ask, you're like, oh, we're just doing like shuffling around, you know, like everything blah 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 at the lot. It's just routine stuff, and they're like, oh, okay, whatever. You write down all the cars that look similar to the car that you're bringing to the job, and you spend all day putting these cars on the top floor of that building or like the third floor or some shit. And and then you get up there and you get up there, you park the car, you hide in the front seat or in the trunk or some shit, and the cops are just like, where the fuck did they go? Or you just keep fucking driving if they don't see you.
I've wanted to do a plan. This was a no pixel plan for a long time, but I think we can do an Onyx too. It'd be a reverse swap plan. We start off with a super high car, and we just start working our way down. We swap down to shittier cars as we go. We have multiple setups. The car smog gets worse and worse and worse, and then we eventually get on bicycles. Like it's just straight up like the most backwards ass plan. But it would start like we would do supercar up to Chiliad. We'd parachute down to a boat. We would boat into another car that's like a beater, and then we would drive the beater into 4 bicycles, and eventually try to get away on the BMX or the bike.
If you orchestrate like a 5 or 6 step plan, like all of a sudden being chased by the cops for 2 hours sounds like a fucking blast.
Yeah.
I
I
feel
think
like
if we did the plan where we parachuted, we'd have to like imply with the cops like, hey, at some point you're gonna want to get something pulled out. Like imply like you might want to get motor. Because if we swap to bikes, I don't want to be like, bye, parachute into bikes, drive off, done. I want them
I
to
think
still
what you
chase
do
us and fuck with
is
them.
instead of like spoon feeding them what they should do, I think you just need to like allude to them that like anything could happen. You better be ready. So then they're like, all right,
All your
could be
things
bikes,
ready to go.
could be a supercar, could be a helicopter.
Could be
Like,
a
I think,
submarine.
bro,
Like
that fucking submarine car in 3.0, you know, the one I'm talking about? Fuck that thing. I fucking hated that thing.
we were
Yeah.
was it Nick Simone one time? So we're in a car. It was Nick Simone, Veronica Mars, Bunny, and Hardcastle, and we're all driving around in that car because Nike spawned it in. He eventually just sent it into the water and like turned it into like the submarine and showed us around. I was like, "What the fuck, man? Like, this shit's cool, but like, I don't know what to deal with one of those in real life or like an actual like role play. Like, nah."
Star, I'm trying to remember what you did yesterday. It was something with jumping and diving out of a car, right? I think Star Fox punched Harvey Lit out of their car, drove it away for like 3 blocks, and while it was rolling, got out and like dove into a bush or something and got away from the cops. Oh shit, she has a clip. Perfect.
Oh,
That's pretty funny. Honestly, I think when it gets to the point of where like you get to the harder heists or the bigger heists, then that's where like you really need to get creative, you know.
Yeah, when you start getting into like the vault or something big like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
I still think that I still think honestly I might look into. I'm gonna watch this.
yeah. When you guys
I want to look
tell me
into
when you
like
guys have the
getting the.
clip up.
I want to look at buying parachutes just for this job,
Hmm.
and like legitimately next time we get
Are we watching this
a
in
bank,
sync?
probably.
Okay, you
All
guys
right.
ready?
It's turning off now. She's jumped out. She's bopped
Oh,
off the ground.
I haven't
Okay,
played it
just
yet.
okay.
I
No,
haven't
we have
played it
not
yet.
played it yet, but all right.
Oh, sorry. I've already started it.
Jesus Christ. All
Oh my
right,
gosh, she
all right,
punches
PK,
hard.
you ready? In 3, 2, 1, go.
I restarted it. Stop running, ma'am.
All right, so she punches him.
Yep.
You motherfucker. That's what we hear. Now we hear Miss Star Fox wheeze.
So let me guess, the engine dies here because it's whatever.
Yeah. Nice dive out.
Nice dive out. Nice dive out.
Blood unseen.
Runs across the street.
Cars way further ahead.
Nope,
They're
never
looking for
mind.
her elsewhere.
Doesn't. Was the jump accidental?
No, I think the dive out was on purpose because she's slowed down for it.
Dumpster.
Oh, in the dumpster.
The dumpster.
It's the gremlin run into the dumpster is what it is. Like,
Dude.
That's insane.
that was good.
That was good. I like that.
I hid in the dumpster once and someone fucking sussed me out right away.
Bro,
They were
the
like
other
looking around for a
day,
while and they're like, where the fuck you go? And then they just come up. They're like, you in a dumpster, you little dumpster boy? Hmm?
bro, the other day, fucking when we were doing like grapeseed stuff, like I was working on like the bridge plans for grapeseed on Devon, and it's like Devon, Harold, Moose, and Elias. And it was literally like the funniest hour being in a car with each other. But there's a point where I needed to like think I need to like go eat dinner. So I said, Elias, like put me in like in the fucking like evidence room or something. I come back after like 10-15 minutes and I'm in something blue and I'm like, where the fuck am I? I'm like, guys, I'm like, hello guys, where are you? And they're like, oh hey, they're like, hey Devin. I'm like, what am I in? And they're like, you're in a dumpster. I'm like, you guys threw me in a fucking dumpster? Because I guess you can do that. You can throw people in dumpsters now. So
That's great.
So I got thrown in a dumpster and I was just like, what the fuck, man?
Nothing beats
That's fucking-
Tofu's picking up cops and putting them in their own trunks and driving away.
Yes.
It's so good.
The grapeseed pisser.
Out of a
Ron
movie.
Rudders.
Fucking Ron Brothers.
Undead Nightmare.
I think I'm gonna look at buying parachutes for this plan, and we will do it. It'll be us three, and we'll find a fourth who's wanting to do it. We'll just go rob a bank.
Yeah.
It'll be so good.
You guys want to see I don't want you guys to show stream, but do you two want to see a spoiler for Devin's slideshow for tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay.
You guys have the grapeseed meeting tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we do. But 1 second, I'll send you this picture.
Okay. Dude, I saw Elias with the afro, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Fuck? Damn, Grapeseed's in full fucking force. Oh my god!
You gotta play pony while that's happening.
My fucking god!
Bro, everybody just looking at him in the middle of like the airfield this week, like just doing like weight 11. Everybody's like, what the fuck is he doing? I literally took these photos in the middle of the airfield like all week. And I'm just like, the fuck is he doing? Everybody's like,
Imagine coming across that. Imagine coming across that and be like, what the fuck?
That's fucking great.
That's fucking
amazing.
so funny.
Yeah, it's a part of my slideshow for tomorrow. So
What time's the meeting? Like EST wise, is it 5?
if you know, you know. If you know,
I want to
you
be
know.
there to see it.
It'll be at 5 Eastern, but I mean that's the meeting. But then interviews the slideshow / whatever start after.
Oh, it's for that. Okay, never mind that.
But like, there's a hockey game at 7:30, and I'm just like, I'm probably just gonna miss the hockey game because I'm not really missing much, honestly, with the Leafs losing constantly.
God damn it! Rangers have a fucking meeting at 5 tomorrow.
Well, we had ours today. Like LSPD normally supposed to have them on Saturdays at 4 Eastern, right? but we've been holding off because no one's been around. And then Autumn's like, "Do you want to do it today?" I'm like, "Sure." Look, I'm like, "Oh, there's 10 LSPD around. We'll do it." We had like 25 people there. People woke up to come to it. I was like, "What the fuck?"
No, I'm just now people are gonna fucking chime in and be like, we should have 2 meetings at the same time, guys. And we're like, I don't know. Y'all said if you know, you know, and I didn't know. So
Harold said that to me today too. He's like, "We shouldn't have meetings at the same time." I'm like, "Well, ours was supposed to be at 4 Eastern, but there's calls happening." And he's like, "You guys just ended up having like it was a yeah, it was their meeting, I think. I don't know. But like it was just bad timing."
yeah,
I'm like,
there
it's
was a
not like
whole. I mean, you saw it. There was a whole back and forth when
yeah.
Rangers had their meeting that was supposed to start an hour earlier than the other meeting. But
Yep.
God hates scheduled role play. So we had to fucking push it back because people were like genuinely being set on fire.
Yeah. To the meeting, we have like a new cop sitting there. It's Star Fox under like LSPD alt. I'm like, who the fuck is this Odessa person? I've never met this person in my life. I don't know who they are, OOC or anything like that. So they come up to the front and like below the waves, that's his intro. And then was it Foswo, right? Am I saying it right?
Oz, yeah.
Foz, he has his
Marvin.
LSPD cop, right? No, his Earl. And then the new one comes up and I hear Star Fox's voice. I'm like, oh, makes sense now. So I'm like, who the fuck is this person in the back? No one knew until like she spoke. I'm like, oh, I know who it is now. We're chill.
Interesting.
Man,
I
people get
mean, should
hired.
be
Bob hired someone to my department without telling me.
nice.
I
I
put
mean,
it
hey
on the
man,
onboarding channel.
LSPD needs to be like the biggest in terms of people, in my opinion. So
I'm gonna find this real quick. Hold on. I'll post it because this is from the onboarding channel, right? And I was like, who the fuck is hiring people to my department? Like, just tell me so I know who they are. I don't want some random like a guy that doesn't vibe with the LSPD like a part of us, right?
You want to know how I got hired to the PCSO yesterday?
Wow.
I was going around on patrol calling out my U call sign, my Union 67 call sign, and somebody eventually called me. It was like, hey man, when's the last time you were on duty? Yeah, that's not a thing anymore. I was like, oh, and I went on the radio and I was like, apparently my department doesn't exist anymore. I declare BCSO. And then I started changing my uniform. And then they told me to reach out to Nick Coffee. He's like, yeah, you're hired.
I shared the photo from the onboarding things. It was like a couple weeks ago. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like,
oh yeah, I remember seeing that.
just hiring people in my department.
I'm sorry, but seeing Alex post a fucking Alvin and the Chipmunks gif and just threw me for a loop, man. It's like, what the fuck is that?
When he said,
Dude,
oops.
I'm gonna leave this DM from Alex. It's funny as fuck. Where is it?
Huge leaks.
It's not like I've been friends with Alex on Discord for a while, but we only recently like talked more because of PD stuff. But like, I seen this pop up and I was like, I'm not gonna say anything. But he did it to me. It was like our quote unquote 4-year anniversary of friendships on Discord. So he sends me this thing of like the gif of like Predator, right? I was like, I was in a serious conversation with like Maddie and Levi and Nat and Stokes, and we're all sitting there talking. I'm like, guys, fucking Bob just sent me the dumbest fucking email of my life, and I explained to him what it was, and they're just like, oh, so it's like
that's it.
Like that's all I got from Alex. Like that.
Happy
a photo
4 years
of
of silence.
Yeah.
here's the only DMs I have with Mantis. It's because we were all sitting in a PD meeting and he was running late because he was at a different meeting. And Dayashi told us all to send him DMs asking for leaks.
I think I was there for that meeting. I think I remember that one.
He showed up. He's like, you guys are all assholes.
I think that's like, was that an academy meeting or something?
No, I think it was the first OOC PD meeting that happened like 2 years ago.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I remember I'm talking about leaks, like when we had like the academy, and he showed us like the new dispatch system. But like fucking, there's some crazy ass like just random DMs from them.
I baited so many subs out of my chat saying, you guys want to see this leak DM I got with Mantis? Like, here you go.
Majority
I
of
think
my
it was like
DMs with
12
them
or
are
something like
like
that. I don't know.
majority of my DMs are like PD stuff. They're like, what are your thoughts on this? Like the whole zip tie thing. Like Alex sent me to that like the day before it came out and showed me it
What,
off.
zip
I'm like,
tying the doors?
yeah, I'm like, oh, that's gonna be really cool. Like, but like, I'm like, oh, I can't say anything. But like, zip tying the doors is such a nice like quality of life where it's like less hostages at a store. It doesn't
Your and
feel
I
so like.
DMs are just me reminding you that the podcast is happening.
And then mine and Kari DMs are just Resident Evil 9 memes sometimes, or like her sending me just the most random shit.
Resident Evil 9 is just a sex game, right?
Speaking of
Oh.
Resident Evil 9, I saw somebody do like an AI thing where it was like Zoolander, and they took Xeno and Wesker, and they replaced Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson. And it's like Xeno is Ben Stiller, and then Wesker is Owen Wilson, and it's when they're going to like the whatever like the first thing is where like they lock eyes
like
with each other.
Yeah,
They're staring at each other. It's just them staring eyes at each other. I'm like, dude, that's fucking hilarious.
Dude, this is one of my favorite memes right now. It's like, did you put a mod in this?
Oh yeah. Oh, the guy who's like, guys, this is the base game.
It's not modded. It's not modded. I swear. That's like the fucking
guy fucking
like,
drives a burger.
This one is
this SpongeBob movie.
This one is Master Chief showing up on a like a white lawn chair. Like, he's just showing up on a white lawn chair.
Guys, this is not modded. I unlocked this.
So
fucking
good.
just Leon driving in a burger is so funny.
Yeah, there was like they did ones where they swapped Leon out on a bicycle instead of a motorbike. He's riding like a little bicycle with like a basket on the front. Oh, fuck.
It's so good. But you know the one thing though that they did really well with the mods is that they actually made it so that when well, you know how like when he's like when it's the first part and he's like he sees Victor Gideon for the first time or whatever and like under the bridge and stuff, but then like you go through the whole thing of like killing all the people that he infected, and then he looks at his glove with the mods where he doesn't have the glove on. It actually makes it so that he doesn't do the animation of taking off the glove. And I was this is so good.
The other skins you can wear in the game, like, so if you pick the skin where he wears the jacket in the beginning, because like when you join in, he wears the jacket for the first scene and the second scene he's in, then the third time you're Leon, the jacket's off. If you pick the skin for that, like Victor's hand doesn't clip through the jacket, like the jacket moves, like they animated this actual skins too to like interact with everything around. Which was like insane. Like that game is so detailed. Like I've beaten it 4 times. I did like regular playthrough, enjoyed it. Played classic where you only get like limited saves. And then I did a casual, like under 4 hours, no blood, no healing. Did all that. So I unlocked like unlimited ammo, which is so fun. Makes the game so fun. And then I did my insanity run with unlimited ammo because I'm like, I don't care about challenge modes. I'm going to beat it on the hardest difficulty with the Requiem, the gun I want to use. And dude, just fucking doming zombies with that shit. And they're just exploding because if you shoot them close enough to a wall and you like blow their head off, like the blood splatters all over the wall. And that shit was like, I'm like, holy fuck. Like, people were saying like the Grace stuff is a horror game, right? It's all horror on the Grace side. Like you're the victim, they're coming after you. And then on Leon, like it is a horror game, but for the enemies. Like Leon is the horror coming after them. I'm like, that makes sense because the amount of shit you do and the things you fight and kill while he's infected and sick, and then he becomes like cured, and he's one-handing his fucking like 50 cal Magnum, just like ore farming. You're like, yeah, this shit was like peak. It was so good. My next playthrough, whenever I get around to it, I'm gonna do first person Leon. And I'm just listening to the John Wick soundtrack the whole time.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, because you can do first person or third person for either of them. So I did all of my first playthrough as Grace's first person, and then I did third person after because like
Mhm.
you know what's coming. There's no point being first
Yeah.
person. First person's for like speed running. If you're playing
Yeah.
first person, you can get through stuff way quicker. Um,
Mhm.
which I've seen some photos of people who are doing their 4 hour, the sub 4 hour runs and getting like 4 hours and 11 seconds. And that like
Damn.
that points the run. You got to do it again. Which it's not the worst thing in the world, but when you do it 4 times, you're like, I don't want to do it again.
Interesting. Very interesting. You know, I did see a game today that I hadn't seen the trailer, or like at least talks about it in a while. But if anybody has seen the trailer for Blight, it's like the medieval like horror like zombie game.
I was gonna say
Co-op
that
medieval zombies.
sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's like it's in medieval times, but it's like there's like but you deal with like the undead, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, dude, this would be interesting. Like
It gives
just
like
different
the
time, you know.
gives like the Left 4 Dead vibe. Like you co-op survival. If that's just
I
like a
keep
decent
seeing
price, I might
like
get it.
I keep seeing like reboots pop up for that. Or like games that are coming out where like their first like within the first like 2 or 3 things that they're talking about in the trailers, like
Hmm.
all of the fun from Left 4 Dead. But this one has cars or like some shit like that.
There was
And I'm
Hmm.
like, I don't know, man. Like it's like I don't know if I could enjoy a game based off the merit that was like, remember how much fun you had playing Counter-Strike 1.6? What if you could just do that again, but in this game with a totally different vibe and feel and a different dev team and
like there was Left 4 Dead and there was Back 4 Blood, right? Was like the spiritual successor, which was fun. Back 4 Blood's fun if you haven't played with people. But I think the current one's like
did that get
John
shut down?
Carpenter's Back 4 Blood?
Did Back 4 Blood get shut down?
Did it?
Or
I hope not, because Back 4
I
Blood
mean,
with
it's
Mm,
friends is a lot of fun.
it's $6, so I think it's still kicking. It's got mixed
Oh.
reviews in the
Yeah, it's
recents.
got mixed reviews. Like they said it was like the spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead. Like it's supposed to be Left 4 Dead 3. It's not. It's fun. Like for $6, get some
Do
friends together one night
you
and play that. Good time.
do you ever hear of a game called Diabolical?
Never heard of it.
no, no.
So that was a game developed and front run by a bunch of old school Quake pros that was supposed to be
Ooh.
the spiritual successor to Quake. That game got
Interesting.
a lot of traction, like a shit ton of traction for like its first like month or so. And like
Uh-huh.
the only people that are playing it now are like the same people who've been like keeping Quake live servers alive in like Europe. Like I can't find a game in North America to save my life, but it had like pretty much all of the same classic like weapons, the same like movement from old school Quake, a lot of the different styles of maps and everything that quintessentially made it a Quake game that came out like today. And it's games like that that like throw on like the spiritual successor like mantra on launch that kind of like deter me from wanting to play it because I'm like, if you're
Mm,
developing a game just to make like the sequel that you never got or like the modern equivalent of it, like I just if you're starting off at that point, I just don't see it clinging on because I mean nostalgia is nostalgia for a reason, right? Especially in video games because you can still go back and play a lot of these games. I'm sure you couldn't go back and play Quake and it wouldn't be like as lively as it is then, but like I mean even
mhm.
then I mentioned Quake Live. I mean like you can find a game instantly on Quake Live if you wanted, and it's basically Quake. Like if somebody tried to sit down and they were like, I want to make the spiritual successor to Warcraft 3, right? Like I would just go back and play Warcraft 3.
Nostalgia, I think, works mostly when it's like a callback, like a little like instead of like actually going back and playing.
That's the
Like
thing, is like you can't like I don't know, you can like recreate these experiences to jump back on it for a moment to remind you of something, but I don't think you could fully transport somebody back to the games that they fell in love with 10 years ago.
Only time I would do that's like a remake, like a full-on actual remake of
Yeah, and that makes sense.
like Resident Evil is a perfect example. Like 2, 3 medium, and 4, like the remakes make the games better, in my opinion. They're about to do a whole remake of Assassin's Creed 4, which is like, in my opinion, one of the best Assassin's Creed games. Remaking that with like the way the engine looks now might be fantastic. I don't know. I'm gonna play it and see
But
how I
that's also
feel. But
different
like,
too, right? Because those are also like single player, like narrative driven games.
that's
Whereas
true.
like
Yeah, the
it's hard to
multiplayer ones are a little.
catch. It's hard to catch the community aspect of these things, right? Like the multiplayer, like just the overall vibe of it. Like I know that I will never be able to sit back down and have a night of playing Halo 3 custom games like I did way back in the late, in the late aughts when that game was super popular. And it was like the most recent Halo, right? But
Yeah.
what I do know is that that has led me to this point where I'm having just as good, if not a better time with friends that I've either made over the years or reconnecting with friends that I made years ago doing other stuff. It's like, I don't know. Like, if somebody were to push out or like, hey, we did Halo 3 again, which I guess they kind of did, like, it's a reason why I'm not religiously playing the Master Chief Collection is because I'm never going to get that again. I'm never going to get those same late night custom lobbies again.
Those vibes and the way it used to be.
I
Yeah.
miss the MLG playlist, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I miss getting competitive and playing the MLG playlist. But off topic, I really want to buy WWE 2K26 for the lols now that they've added ragdoll physics to the game. And I want to and I want to create cop characters from Onyx and put them in the game.
Who was that?
I'd watch.
I forgot who he played before, but there's a guy on the server. He's not playing right now, but he does his own. He did Irvine Wrestling, where he put a bunch of
Oh
people from
yeah.
so he had his own little thing. It was funny. One thing we do need to say though, you got to go to do the segue. Do the segue now to the topic.
Oh, this is true.
PK, do you think Hitler has a time machine?
What the fuck am I hearing right now?
I meant to bring this up
do I think
so
he has
much fucking earlier.
Do you think do I think he has a time machine?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you think Hitler has a time machine?
No.
Why not?
Well, why do you think he has a time machine?
I don't know. We'll have to find out on season 2, episode 5 of Show because we're at time.
Perfect.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
An open-ended question for next time, guys.
I gotta keep them wanting more. Why the fuck does this guy think Hitler has a time machine? Well, we'll figure that one out. But that will have to do it for us this week. Appreciate y'all for hanging out, especially y'all in the chat. Y'all people. What I don't know. Why do I say y'all? Why do I say y'all?
What do you mean, y'all?
Y'all little freaks.
I'm trying not to call them little freaks. I was gonna say y'all motherfuckers, but
dude, we ran into Chloe Parker today, and I'm like, you little fucking freak. It was yesterday, like, you little fucking freak. And she's like, you're a freak. I'm like, nah, you still the fucking freak. And we were ripping into her. Skylar like is like processing her on the scene because it was like a quick like arrest. Yeah. And she gets hit by a car, gets knocked out. Funniest shit ever.
That's funny.
That's fucked.
I'm like, default, you're an idiot. Like, I feel sorry for you.
Well, if you're not a little freak, then you should be subscribed to us over on YouTube. Check out the podcast on Spotify. All these episodes, if you end up missing them, do go up on our Wednesdays. Keep an eye out on the show Cord for all things links for the next episode. Talks about pizza counts and all that stuff. And maybe next time I won't try and smoke out my apartment an hour before I record again. You guys got anything coming up before next episode this coming week? That's what I thought. All right, I'll catch you guys later. We'll see you next time.